Right, let's see what we're gonna have to deal with here. I'm pretty sure that's the Spider Ball boss is soon. It's not like I know if we're gonna face the damn thing in 5 minutes or 25. All I know for sure is that the next clip, I'm probably gonna have to do quite a bit of fast forwarding because of that bastard. Okay, what the hell is the gimmick behind this puzzle? Granted, I appreciate the fact that this puzzle looks distinctly different from the others that we've dealt with in this game so far. It certainly shows more creativity in this game than I was expecting this far in, though I'm pretty sure I might just be overly harsh on this game at this point. So it's a simplified version of a Rubik's Cube. I can appreciate that. Especially since I don't think I've ever actually completed an actual Rubik's Cube, at least in a fair way. Right, that takes care of the top. Now to sort out the other two. Well, I'm certainly close, that's for sure. And I didn't pay enough attention to notice that green is supposed to be the center, not blue. That's gonna slow me down, but not by much. Not the fastest way it could have been done, but at least it was completed without taking an obscene amount of time. Now let's find out what solving it actually gave us. Okay, so now we have something to run across in the center there. Bit of a shame we can't just jump to it from in here, but I suppose having to roll around to get to the right jumping point isn't as bad as many of the other annoying slowdowns in this game. Especially since we didn't have to travel all that far anyway. Right, a speed boost trigger, and an elevator. Well, that was easy enough to open, though I somehow doubt that shortcut is really gonna mean all that much in the long run, especially since the biggest reason we had to take so long to get through here was the puzzle, which is nice and solved now. I somehow doubt we have what we need to destroy the debris at this point. At least there's a door in here to investigate as well. It would have been quite a pain in the ass if the puzzle only led us to another dead end. Right, another spider bot. Does this one have anything that differentiates it from the other spider bots? Or did the doors lock on us for the sake of making this recurring enemy feel just a little bit more important when it's the same song and dance as the others? Wait, its severed head is still fighting us! Good God! I didn't think a spider bot would get something like the Zeong from Mobile Suit Gundam treatment here, especially not a spider bot that isn't even treated like a boss. And the bodiless head scans as a unique enemy. I kinda like that, but again, it just feels like they put far more thought into this thing than it deserves, considering the type of role it fills. Am I even causing damage right now? It would be so much easier to realize if I'm doing damage to such a small damage sponge if the damn thing had a health bar. And somehow killing it felt abrupt. I know it's not the first time I've said something like that in other games, some that aren't even in this franchise, but when I kill a damage sponge, I want some kind of indicator for how close I am to finishing it. I just like the feeling I get when I see an especially durable enemy get chipped away, and the anticipation in those final moments for the bastard to finally drop. I feel like I just don't get enough of that. So maybe that has something to do with the types of games I'm choosing to play through at this point. Okay, there wasn't really a point in me using the cannon since it just sent us back the way we came from. Still, it was worth turning on, though now I can't help wondering how the hell we're supposed to go under it in order to get the missile expansion down there. It's not that I absolutely need to get that expansion, just that, dear God, this sector of the planet feels like they put quite a large amount of their efforts when doing the level design compared to the others. I know we had mobility issues in the previous two areas, but come on. They could have come up with ways to still make it feel interesting and intricate there. Why the hell did they hold back their creativity until we got to the third temple? Okay, apparently the Ing have decided to become just a little bit more active in trying to make sure we die. It certainly took them long enough to do, more than just wait for us to get to the next boss and pray said boss kills us and wins this questionably done war for them. I still can't help feeling that them taking over robots feels oddly underwhelming, especially since it's the exact same means that they take over living creatures. You've gotta be kidding me. The Ing possessing these robots doesn't feel like it makes them any more dangerous. Now, maybe the floating head is more durable than the other floating head after everything we've done, but still, it's not easy to tell the difference for the floating head things, since I'm not sure how many of my shots are even causing damage in the first place. I somehow doubt the missiles are doing anything either. Huh. For a moment I thought that second spider bot wasn't going to actually contribute anything to this fight. Not that it was all that helpful to its comrade, but still, the first spider bot in the game was unnerving, and the ones after that just don't have as much impact by virtue of us knowing what they've got in store for us. And good God, the Ing taking them over should have resulted in some actual changes happening here, outside of maybe increasing their health and making them look a little darker. I don't even have the sense that they were reprogrammed or something. They would have just attacked us the same way before they bothered to possess the damn things. Come on, give me a better sense of us damaging the little bastard, and by how much? I'm starting to think I should just fast forward every time we run into a spider bot from here on. I still like that enemy type, but there's nothing really worth seeing as we fight them for so damn long each, and know all their tricks at this point. I'm not really sure what the music in the background is going for here, but then this game hasn't been especially noteworthy in the music category compared to the other Metroid games we've gone through. Good God, I'm just picking on this game from pretty much every angle, aren't I? Definitely a sign that as soon as this clip is done, I'm going on that break and doing WWF No Mercy before making the next attempt to finish this long, padded out game. I refuse to let Metroid Prime 2 be another game that I leave incomplete on my channel, but good God, is it tiring me out. bit of an annoying place for that bit of light energy to fall, but at least we didn't have to jump after it. But we do have to jump down for the dark energy. I can't really say we've lost time, since this game has been so damn long already, and there's no timer saying we need to complete it before a certain amount of time has passed. And it's even just harder to care about wasting my time when I have the distinct feeling the absolute next boss is going to be the dreaded Spider Ball boss. There is absolutely no way I'm going to get past that boss clean, much less clean on the first try. And now I'm trying to remember if I used a save state or not, just to avoid having to do over a whole lot of crap. Right, swing our way over to the next door. I don't think that Samus is the type of person to do a Tarzan-style cry as she swings around. And I'm sure she's more interested in saving this planet because it's in danger than I am. I'm only going this far on Aether because the planet won't let us leave until we solve this damn war in the Luminoth's favor. Minor question. If you're doing the right thing for the wrong reasons, does that still make you an asshole? Or does it matter that you're just doing the right thing and being a hero while doing it? I'm pretty sure the ink didn't do much of anything to this guy at all. They just did a more standard reprogramming of the spider bots and let them do the deed for them. No possession required. Well, I can't say if it's a great fortress or not, since everyone it was meant to defend died in battle against their own automated defenses. But then it's not like I'm seeing too many bodies anyway, and it's not like we've seen a cutscene of the Luminoth trying and failing to hold the Ing back. As for the portals in this fortress, considering the sheer number of portals we ran through in the other areas, I don't see how that makes this place more impressive. Oh, by the way, did they have to make the final Luminoth, who did an undefined amount of fighting against an undefined horde, be the guy who personally designed and built the robots that we have to fight in this area? I'm sorry, but that just feels like lazy writing. But then it's not like we've seen writing that feels especially amazing in this game, period. Granted, I wouldn't call any of the Metroid games especially amazingly written in terms of, direct storytelling, but I felt more drawn in with the other games. At worst, before this one, I was bitching about how long I had to hunt Metroids and Metroid 2 because I went through the fan version remake and the official 3DS remake back to back. As far as I'm concerned, sir, you never had a time. None of you Luminoth did. And the fact that we never fight against possessed Luminoth, when one of the main traits of the enemy is the ability to possess both biological and robotic bodies, just shows the game designers didn't want to bother making the Luminoth combat capable in any real way. We're just using pirates as usual. The space elves in this game got their asses kicked off screen, and the only weapons of theirs we get to even see are either explicit upgrades for us, or just drones meant to do the fighting for them. Am I just being too harsh when I say the Luminoth are one of the most underwhelming space elves I have ever seen in any sci-fi story? Yes, what a surprise. The Doomsday weapon you built to take down the Ing was turned against you. As I said before in a previous clip, and I'll say it again here, I just have no sympathy for the Luminoth when it comes to the power transference device. They built the thing precisely because they knew they couldn't win a conventional war of any kind. So just make a Doomsday weapon to magically solve their problems. If your enemy grabs your super weapon and uses it against you, you need to ask yourself why it wasn't more secure. And if the reason it wasn't secure enough to use against them is because you were getting your ass kicked in the war, which is why you felt the need to build it, then I just don't see the reason why you bothered making the damn thing. But then maybe I'm being just overly harsh. After all, I'm generally a hyper-capable player character in these various wars we go through. Generally speaking, there's usually a way to win the war conventionally by just sending the hyper-capable badass into the fire and letting said person turn the tide. I'd probably feel less annoyed with the Luminoth for doing that with Samus if I had some sense that they were trying to fight and improve their chances in the background, instead of just praying for our success. But no, our heroine, who didn't even know that there was anyone on this planet other than the Federation troopers, has to win this war for a civilization that is just napping at this point. I even would have been fine with the Luminoth sending some people to guard the temples after we liberate them. But the only Luminoth who isn't in stasis or dead is Umos, and he just exists to give us exposition in the main temple. Okay, bit of an odd place to put the controls for a cannon, but at least I didn't end up searching for an annoying amount of time to find that little hidden way to make progress.
Recording to logbook.
Son of a goddamn bitch, it's him! I could have sworn the bastard was in the dark version of the world like the speed boost boss. Well, I'm pretty sure we're going to have to go through absolutely everything in this clip again. This boss fight is indeed unique in that we don't directly attack the Spider Ball boss. We go through a sequence of mazes to activate devices that actually do the damage needed, all while trying to avoid the rather unforgiving damage field that follows the Spider Ball Guardian. And apparently I misremembered something here because we just can't activate that just yet. Yeah, definitely a good reason for me to fast forward, since this is an exercise in frustration as we try to figure things out while dealing with a bullshit challenge. So apparently we're supposed to bomb the annoying thing before we're allowed to activate the bomb slot thing on the wall. Well, at least we managed to cause it some level of damage. But it feels like this bastard was designed in a way that makes you wish you had the very thing he's going to give us to beat him. That is arguably worse than what we had to go through to get the gravity boost. Who the hell thought that dealing with this thing was fun in any way, shape, or form? Well, he's glowing green now, so we've got the chance to go for the trigger in the center of the room. Assuming I can actually get there without the bastard knocking me back down. And apparently we have a limited time to get here before the green glow dies and we have to set that off again. Is it any wonder that I need to take another breather from this game and do something completely unrelated for a while when they pull this style of bullshit here? Notice how much trouble I just had getting that part done. And then notice how much health the boss has at this point. Not even halfway done, it's gonna keep getting progressively harder, and there's no way to heal during this, or any way to pull back now that I damn well know I'm not going to get incredibly lucky against this bastard. Huh. I wasn't expecting to figure out a better trick for this one than the last trigger so quickly. And I get screwed over because the bastard's positioning meant I couldn't get to the trigger in time. That's what I get for feeling some measure of hope there. God damn it, that track is just such bullshit, since we absolutely have to go through the painful energy field the bastard is emitting in order to get through. Bloody hell. Since I don't want to have to repeat the hell of a lot of footage because of this, I'm going to use the emulator to make a save state about here. Sure, we've taken a good amount of damage this far in, but I don't think that's going to make things more annoying for me when I decide to start using cheat codes to finish this. Still, all that said, I may as well keep trying to do this questionable excuse of a fight as cleanly as possible now, even if I've already effectively surrendered. It's not like the AI in this game, it really registers if you want to tap out or not. It's funny how the speed boost and spider ball bosses both feel the same to me whenever I think of them, when the encounters themselves are actually pretty different in terms of mechanics. The speed boost boss makes us have to fight like hell, frantically trying to bring his health down, while the world around us is slowly tearing more of our health away every second. It's frantic, and especially annoying, since to get it to stop turning into a puddle, then boosting into us over and over again, we have to strike it in a very specific way to break that part of its attack pattern, and actually let us start hurting it again. But at least we get to shoot at something, and it feels like a straight-up fight of some kind or another. Whereas this is a puzzle instead of a fight, and the longer it goes, the more impatient I get. And the more impatient I get, the more likely I am to let myself take damage I didn't need to. Great. Even just getting out after we get the job done is a pain in the ass. I suppose I appreciate the small bit of healing we get before the next bit of pain, but still, I can very much do without dealing with this annoyingly exacting bullshit. Metroid has had a number of very frustrating moments spread across all the games, but this feels about as unfair to me as Mother Brain and Zero Mission. It's possible to beat clean, but by the time I get close enough to doing so, I'm so frazzled that it's more a matter of luck than skill if I manage to get through, and it just doesn't feel like a fight in any way, shape, or form. Seriously, we're 2 of those things away from finishing this son of a bitch, and I just don't have enough in me to take it all the way. This clip is going to end in a failure that's all too close to success, and this was the best run I had trying to do it clean. Son of a bitch, down to my last energy tank. Right. Only needed one more to finish things off, and I couldn't quite pull that off. I'd say I've earned my break from Metroid Prime 2. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for me to come back to it, but dear God, I just don't have anything more I think I can say about this fight. Just that I understand they wanted to do something different, and this was a very frustrating, annoying thing that frankly I don't even like thinking about going through again. It is just asking for way too much precision here. And I'm not exactly the most precise person, especially under this kind of pressure. Hopefully nobody minds that a minute or so of this clip is gonna have no commentary from me as I eventually get killed so damn close to finishing this fight. Or that it's probably gonna take me, over a month or two to muster the energy to make the next and final push on this game.